A man with a raised hand and holding a gun represents peace and the ability to defend his rights. The elk and moose, or meese, if some people call it.
Wait, there's a moose there?
Yes, it is.
Which
The herald one.
Wow. Okay, here's Brando. Here, let me see if I can take over here.
See, it's a little bit difficult doing it that way, isn't it? You got to show
I
it.
gotta be low.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that. Sit, boy, sit. There's no Roy up here right now because he is at his respective home. This is his home away from home, our studio. He'll be here, though, a little bit later on in the program for Adventures with Roy from Elroy, one of your favorite parts of the podcast. And this is episode number 50 of the original Father-Son voiceover podcast. I'm Todd, that's Hudson, as you know, and we'll have the Couch Potatoes joining here soon, along with Joe Bob.
They'll be bringing the state fun facts from Illinois. Maybe name that state flag will be Illinois. We don't know. So whatever comes first, we'll have to, so that we don't give away the answers. I have no idea.
And then what else? States will be doing. What else do we have?
Roy from Elroy, like you said, Mazomanie Sightwise, Wisconsinites Weekly.
Wisconsinites Weekly. Yeah. I was going to do that.
Oh, sorry.
I like that. I like that when you did that.
Weekly.
Yep. The reason we had the basketball in our hands was because we have an interview planned in the next couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. The gentleman's going to be here on the couch real soon, and then we're going to do some work on getting some things together to bring you a full adventure of his life and career. And so you want to join us. That's just a sneak peek into what we're going to have coming up in the next few weeks as we head toward a celebration of our 1-year anniversary as a podcast.
Yeah, and we haven't really decided if we're going to do what we're going to do for our 52nd episode. That'll be, like you said, a full year, and maybe we'll have to do something.
I've asked the good folks out there watching, give us some ideas of what they'd want to do. Yeah. I thought about another cookie crumble taste test. Crumble cookie taste test.
Okay.
A different ones.
Or a different, you mean different cookies or a different place?
Nope. The same cookies, crumble cookies.
The same place,
but there's also
cookies.
Right, but there's also Yummy Treats or something like that.
Yeah.
That we're thinking of doing too. That's a local place. And
that was also somebody said we should do it. Weston.
Yep. Thank you, Weston.
If you're watching, we're going to do that at some point. So keep your eyes peeled.
So we got all those things coming up. And I hope you can join us for the 50th episode.
Yeah, well, if they stay just a little bit longer, they'll be with us for it. So we'll get right into it.
Hey, this is Bill DeWeese, pro voiceover talent and voiceover career coach. And this is the original Father-Son voiceover podcast.
We're glad that you've joined us here on the original Father-Son voiceover podcast. Husband, or Hares Brando, or Hudson, is getting everything set up here. We've got our new cameras. We've been working with them for a few weeks, but there's still some things to learn. And I think they're crystal clear. So Hares Brando is here. He is the executive producer, pulling the strings. John is running the show, really, basically, making sure everything sounds right. Because he's the one with the headphones on. Joe has headphones on too, but what he's doing over at Information Central is he's kind of checking all of the information on the World Wide Web.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of the center of information.
Yeah, and if something happens, he's going to alert us. Something national, something global, something
local.
Now we don't. This doesn't come out for a few days because we're recording this earlier. So whatever happens right now, news-wise, is going to be old news. But anyway, Drew's here, and I'm here, and I'm Todd. And so we are just a couple of, this is episode 50, then we've got 51, and of course 52 marks a whole year we've been doing this, and we appreciate you sticking with us for the first year of the original Father-Son voiceover podcast. There you go. Little intro. Now it's to you,
I think
Harris
some people
Brando.
might think they're watching the same podcast that we've done maybe 3 or 4 times because Dad opens up just about every single. He tells, "I'm the
I'm sorry.
executive producer.
I have a question for you.
I'm
how does-
talking right now.
No,
You're not.
no.
You get your segment.
Listen. Right
That's
there.
technical.
Joe's got a spread.
Hey, you've
There's-
only got 2.
Listen.
That's the one.
That's your one.
Better.
Gonna be a
I'll
toss.
be sitting
Clean
down
it up.
the rest of the game.
You ready to
Clean it up.
listen? How does Jim Nance open every Masters?
Hello, friends.
Okay. Point taken, Kevin Bacon.
I think what we're trying to do is people have been clamoring for some organization.
Oh,
When I, they're not official surveys, but when I survey people about it, they say, Todd, I think it'd be great if you could
Take over.
open things up and kind of get things started
And have it be uniform.
and have it be uniform. And the only thing that's different is I've got a cold again. Drew has been off the last day and a half from work. We're doing this on a Friday afternoon, and so he's unplugged. You can tell he's unplugged.
barely
He's recharging.
here. I'm barely here. Yep, batteries are on the charger.
What else are you doing? What are some of the other words people use to?
It's just great to have some me time today. I just had to get away from the office.
What are some other ones? Come on,
reset, unplug, recharge. That's just really important for me.
Have you heard any, John?
Turn the phone
I had to
off.
go
Turn
out
the
of the
phone
grid.
off. the
Go
same
off the grid.
grid,
There's
yeah.
another one. Yeah,
Yeah.
got to have some
Get
me
away
time.
from it all.
It's called self-care.
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 Self-care day.
Make sure you
Lots
take
of
care of yourself
self-care.
today. That's what you've been doing.
It's
for
a
the
think
last
it's
mental
day and a
health
half.
day for me all day today.
As humans, I think we do a pretty good job of thinking of ourselves and taking care of ourselves.
In general.
In general, I think we do a very good job of thinking of ourselves. We're fairly selfish.
It comes fairly naturally.
That's
I
the
think.
first thing we're taught or should be taught when we're children is to stop thinking of yourself. Try to think of other people
Yeah.
because you're always thinking of you're
exactly.
hungry, you're sad, you're grumpy, you want to play,
Sleepy.
you want to sleep. Yep.
Sounds like Roy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So what do we got on our program today?
Roy's
Our
catching
episode
strays.
50.
Well,
Didn't have
we
a chance
talked
to
about it.
protect himself.
In the warm up.
I know
You
that.
got tagged down there.
That's okay.
So we've got all those things that we usually have.
Okay, Wisconsinites Weekly, Mazomanie
Always
Sightwise.
we say it like 9 times.
That helps people know. The more
See,
you know.
you bringing attention to it now is 10 times.
That's called branding. It's called reminding people of things.
Yeah.
It's
That's the reason that you're struggling right now.
Hudson.
Because you haven't created your own brand.
Your negative energy's doing this
I
to
haven't
us. Hudson.
created my own brand.
Yes.
Hey,
you know what you need.
Yeah.
You need to
There's
take.
no-
I'm
A,
the Hares Brando.
you need to take just a you day.
you're negative.
You need some
time.
self
Yeah,
care.
your
Knee
energy
bad.
did this to us.
Knee bad.
It's a nice slice, though.
That's a clean slice.
Very clean slice.
And- Anyway.
Okay, so coming up on the program, I know we've already talked about that.
We've got
That was 10
name
minutes
that
ago.
state flag.
No.
No.
We have
Name that state
Flag.
I got so into
What
that,
else
I
do we
lost my
have coming
headphones.
up later then?
What's happening? In Mazo? Sorry, not what's happening. Mazo
We're gonna get the
Sightwise.
Facebook page up here, and we're gonna.
And
False.
and I am going to. I know we have an exciting interview coming up. We're not going.
not in this podcast.
No,
just so
no. But
You're teasing the tease.
Right.
You're not even.
Right.
not
But the
even
point
giving it
being
to
is
us.
we've been talking about interviews and we do have one coming up. And I finally gave Bob Dodsworth from the Mazomanie Historical Society 3 weeks to help with his cataract. Well, to help him recover from his cataract surgery.
You wouldn't be doing the cataract.
He's on the
surgery.
clock.
Right. And I emailed him and texted him. And so if I get something back here,
let us
that's
know.
another interview
Oh,
that we're
my.
going to have. And it's
We've got
starting
Jim
to pile up.
Schrader,
And it's,
too.
Yep.
Joe Marks.
Yep.
Lots of people that
Yep.
we just.
So many poles in the water.
Yep. They're all coming up
Yeah,
very
so for
shortly.
those that have been waiting for a interview for a while, there are
It's been
some
a long
coming.
time. I just looked at our podcast episodes.
Sorry
and
about
it's
that.
been a while.
We'll apologize.
Well, we're gonna have so many here that they're gonna
Glut.
say, "Hey, why don't you guys go back to just
you.
Okay, that's
you know,
enough.
being you
They're
guys
full.
and
Yep.
yeah."
Yeah. So thank you for joining us on our 50th episode. Let's start out with Wisconsin Heights Weekly. What do we have, Joe?
Wisconsinites Weekly.
We don't have a ton because guess what?
What?
This coming week is spring break.
So nothing's going on.
So guess
baseball
what?
team probably started practice already, haven't
Yeah.
they?
Track
They've got a
team.
they got a new baseball coach. Teddy Severson is the
Hey.
Wisconsin Heights
And
baseball
Scott Dewar's
coach.
helping out.
He sure is.
Well, Rod Howard was there for how long? He took over
2014.
8 years,
He took over
8 seasons
with your state run
Yeah, he
in
did.
2014.
He was the assistant coach with Andy Cowley,
Yep.
and then he took over halfway through the year.
Yep, he had a great run. Rod did, and so thank you, Rod, for all that you did, and all the other assistant coaches that worked with him.
Mitch and Curtis,
Yep.
and all sorts, like you
Yeah,
said, all
Zach.
sorts of people.
Yep,
Matt Brabender
Matt
helped.
left-hander. Yeah,
and so. Do you guys remember what was your favorite? Was it Christmas vacation or was it spring vacation when sometimes it was warm? You could get out and play a little bit more. Did you need, if you will, Christmas vacation? Because
I can't remember if spring break we had practice though for baseball. Not that was.
so you were kind of on the
let's
clock.
take
Yeah.
it out.
you maybe
Yeah.
sometimes had. Yeah, I thought maybe we had a game on during that, but that's probably.
I think it was right after usually that you had your first game.
Aren't there some other sports too? Are girls soccer in the spring? Girls and boys track?
Softball.
Girls softball? Do they have? Did we talk
They
about
probably got
skeet shooting?
They probably got lacrosse.
They do have skeet shooting.
lacrosse.
Did they co-op with RV or River Valley?
I heard from Maria Stevenson, friend of ours.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, she said that they usually get kind of a club soccer team up.
Oh, right.
But that they didn't have enough numbers this time. They didn't have enough people. It's
Too bad.
So anyway,
For boys,
Happy
soccer.
spring
boys,
break.
yeah.
Happy spring break.
Hope you're
to all
enjoying
our
yourself,
kids,
yeah.
'cause that means you got a long haul until the end of the year.
I would probably say spring break
Yeah.
because of the time. I'm
You
answering
just
your
know
original
it's
question.
you know it's almost there. A lot of seniors have.
We'll get back to you in
keep
just a
going,
moment.
Drew. You gave up on it, and then you got
You
mad
go
at me.
ahead.
when
You
I
go
gave
ahead,
up.
and then I want to hear your comment
Go ahead,
because
Drew.
that'll be good.
Hey Drew, you breathed, which meant you gave up.
I don't
And
feel
Hudson
like
saw
I
the
gave
break.
any.
And
Well,
Didn't
take it
jump
back
on top of
over.
it.
You
Take
get so
it,
offended
Tom.
about it, Joe. To call you Joe.
Take it down. I was just saying that you're. I mean, I was just basically saying what he said. So he just.
What did I say?
That you're
gotta be
almost at
kidding
the
me.
end there. The weather starts to get warm. You know, school year's going to be almost over. Plus,
Days
we
are a little
didn't-
bit longer.
Yeah, plus we didn't really travel anywhere on our other vacations. Sometimes we'd go to Michigan to see some family there, but like on winter vacation. But
I was gonna say too that senioritis gets real big right around this time.
right for seniors.
People
Yeah.
they just start to, they mail it in. I know I did. I still graduated.
They want to get on to
Kind of
their
had a
next
career of
chapter.
senioritis.
Yeah.
Next chapter
A school
of their
career
life.
of senioritis.
No, I did pretty well.
Did you guys each know for sure what you were going to do by the time you were seniors for spring break, so that you were starting to already think, hey, I've only got 2.5 months, and then I'm going to be in the summer, and then I'm on to college?
in
Did
the
you guys?
fall?
I mean,
yeah,
I
did
was-
you guys
I figured
all
I was
know?
going to college. But
You-
yeah.
Okay.
I was being recruited by so many schools heavily that I didn't know where I was going.
Okay.
No, I had no idea. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I ended up going to MATC, so that was kind of just a default, I think, because I had no idea.
I knew that I was going to Platteville because I had applied and such.
Because I was going to Platteville with you.
That's right. That was you guys
very
lived
nice.
down there for a year
Senior,
together.
my senior
But
year,
that
Joe's
year-
freshman year.
But okay, yeah. I was gonna say when I was doing it, you were working at the bank when I went to MATC.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah. Badger Banker.
Mm-hmm.
Badger Banking.
Cross Plains Bank.
I knew I was going to college.
Did you?
I went to UW Baraboo, Sauk County, which is now UW Baraboo, Sauk County, Platteville
Yeah.
Campus.
campus.
Yeah. That's where Joe and I went. Played some basketball. And now
Played a little hoops.
I played a little ball, Jay. Yeah. So.
Yep.
There you have it.
Don't bother me. I
That-
just check every once in a while
That
here.
that concludes Wisconsinites Weekly
Yeah.
Enjoy your
spring break.
Yeah.
Hopefully it warms up.
Get
and a
watch
vacation
yourself
from your problems.
Watch yourself some March Madness as it goes on.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who is
Part of the brackets.
who's joined us to turn in a bracket, and we've got a pretty good group. We might have 20 people that are in it.
Wow.
Easily more than that.
Oh, easily more than that.
How
Joe
many do you
says.
think?
Probably 21, I would say.
Easy.
20 and a half.
I'd say probably close to 30.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you,
And
guys.
hey, what do they get if they win?
Oh,
What?
are they down in my room still?
'Cause
Careful.
We'll vamp here for a little bit
wow.
because what we're going to do.
What we can do is we can
That's
just
right.
I've been watching a few games, not as much as I usually do, but I watched the Michigan State and
you're
whoever
almost
they
there.
played. So that was fun because I remembered it so well.
To play NC State.
USC they played.
USC, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that was a
NC
pretty
State
good game, I
played,
thought.
They're playing Creighton right now.
Virginia, Furman. What happened
Tough,
there? That was not good.
tough.
That
broke a lot of brackets.
Whatever his Johnson or whatever his last name is, that was a pretty poor play there. That he kind of trapped himself.
He was a senior too.
Yeah,
Right?
Fifth or sixth year senior because
That's a
he had
tough
been
way
there
to
a long
go
time.
out is when you.
Yep, kind of make a boneheaded play at the end. I mean, I could understand what he was probably thinking.
I'm guessing he thought he had less time.
I
Isn't
think
that what
that's
you think?
probably what he
Yeah.
thought, or he thought he could get the ball to the guy way down or in the middle. I don't know, but he did not. So
There are worse things that could have happened. He could have tried to pass it by his hoop, and they could have stole it and put it back right there. He
that
did
would have
give
actually
them-
been better.
Oh,
True.
okay. Here we
Wait,
go.
where's- but-
this? What the winner gets?
So
what
nobody
the
else
winner
gets
gets is either this.
You get one of these Roy from Elroy t-shirts.
Yeah,
That's a Roy from Elroy T-shirt right there.
yeah. Good looking
Yeah.
shirt
Oh
too.
wow. It's
Or-
just your strong back too.
Oh,
One of these.
You're going
Oh,
to the
that's a
wrong
one of
baseball
these?
shirt. That's a
Where are you?
baseball
You're in the
shirt.
corner. There you go.
Yeah, is that
It's
is that
inverted.
three quarters?
Yeah, it's a baseball shirt, baby.
The original father-son voiceover podcast.
Yeah.
The lucky winners will get their choice of that.
They sure will.
One
Yeah.
of those.
And there's
How
gonna
many
be-
are winning?
There's two winners.
Two winners.
There's a winner for the standard real deal bracket division, and then there's a randomize where you flipped a coin, or you pick their colors, or you pick their mascot against another mascot.
What size we got of those?
Lots of sizes.
Whoa.
And if people like
So many
them more,
sizes.
Name a size.
we have.
Large.
We have that.
Small.
We have
have you
that.
watched this
petite.
already?
No, we don't have that.
4XL.
Very nice.
Not that one either.
This was just kind of a what do you call that?
Spur of the
A
moment.
whim.
Well, it's a whim. Are you gonna question a whim? You question a whim and you take the fun right out of it.
What do they call that?
like a
This
test.
is like a beta test
Oh.
for our to see if people would be interested in getting them or something like that. And we thought we kind of wanted to have them, so we thought what better way than to give out a free shirt for doing the bracket challenge.
Yep. And if people want them,
Yeah.
we have some, and we can always order more. So if you
sale.
want one of those, you're
Get a hold
welcome
of
to
us.
buy them. They're, well, how much are they?
$20.
$20. I mean, you can't go hardly anywhere and get a T-shirt of
mean,
that quality.
And it's customized too, naturally.
It's customized.
And it's got my face and Dad's face on it.
They'll like that.
Caricatures.
Soon, if you want different ones, maybe there's ideas you have. We will start doing a suggestion box for the original father-son voiceover podcast. Anyway, let's get on to Mazomanie.
Sightwise. Oops.
Ruined it.
Let's try it again. Let's
he
try
was
it
the
Let's
again.
try
one-
it again.
He was the one
Try
who
it
told
again,
me
man.
to
Try
do
it
it
again.
that way.
It's fine. It's
and
fine.
then
Try it
It's
again.
fine. He's got
Try
it.
it
Cool.
again. Here we go.
We'll be fine.
No congestion.
now on to Mazomanie.
Sightwise.
Yeah.
Oh, let me say,
Just mention this in passing. Remember the flavor of the month at 1855, our sponsor, the Irish latte.
Irish Spring Latte.
Irish latte. It's not spring.
Oh, is it soap?
I think
That they put in it?
It's Irish latte, and then the pot of
Pot
gold.
of gold.
Pot of gold is the spiced brown sugar that you add to it. And I think
Haven't
you
you
had
been down
one.
there?
You had an
That's
Irish cream.
Irish
Latte.
cream latte.
Irish cream latte.
Irish Spring is.
I didn't say. Did I say Irish
taste.
Spring?
Maybe put some soap in there.
Maybe I said Irish Spring. That's
No,
possible.
I probably
did
did.
And don't forget, you don't even have to be Irish to
No.
get the 10% discount because the 1855 Coffee House in historic
This
downtown
is what you should have said,
Mazomanie.
Dad. What you should have said.
He was saying it.
You're in luck.
Oh,
You don't have to be even
Why don't
Irish.
you do the commercial then?
What? No, I was just. Go ahead. Just take that.
He wants you to do it, but do it right.
But do it right. Hey, you're in luck. even if you're not Irish. Is that what you wanted me to say?
Exactly.
Then you can get 10% off because our official Original Father Son Voiceover podcast sponsor, the 1855 Coffee House in downtown and historic downtown Mazomanie, has a 10% discount. All you got to do is ask or tell them you listen to the Original Father Son Voiceover podcast, 10%. Boom, just like that. Anyway, they've got those Irish tasting drinks.
Yep. Let's not forget about Knit and Craft, 1855, 9:30 to 11:30 Central Time. Down at the, did I say 1855? Yep. Coffee. Go down there and Knit and Craft if you want to.
It's a good reminder.
Seems to be happening every
As long
Thursday.
as you don't say roundies, they're
So
Well, that's what's gonna be
concrete.
funny.
They're concrete or
Oh, yeah.
or the
lights
lights
go down.
You're good.
Yep.
We'll let that pass.
And then also the reminder about paint night. That's tomorrow night at the Apothecary.
Yeah.
Starts at 5:30. $50 admission. Plus, the $50 gets you a meal, a drink, and a dessert. Don't forget to bring your smock or apron.
You know,
Hey,
great. Now I lost my train of thought.
Hmm.
You know what
Too
their
bad. Too
their
missed-
fight
missed
song
twice
is,
there.
or like their branding song is "Apothecary on My Wayward Son."
Oh, wow.
See what I did
That
there?
could have stayed hidden.
Yep.
But
that joke could have stayed
If
in.
you
couldn't have.
wanted to, could you go down there and not paint?
Oh, I'm sure you
and
could.
still get all that good stuff for that amount?
But who would
Probably.
who would want to not paint?
I might not want to.
I
I,
mean-
might want to watch others paint that are
True.
good at it and
Yeah.
still eat some food.
Yeah, I'm sure
bet you
that you
can.
can. That there's it's. They're probably willing to let you do whatever you want down there.
Yeah.
So
As long as you bring a 50 spot, you can.
Yeah.
You're welcome to do whatever you
wanna
want.
do.
you
Yep.
are
Your
in.
own. You'd be
Yeah.
the type of person though that you'd be just painting lots of different shapes, and people be, oh wow, that's really good abstract.
You probably
painting."
just paid acorns.
Yeah,
Oh.
right. Long story. We won't tell you that one.
There's just so much happening down at 1855 in March. It's just unbelievable.
It's buzzing.
But there is on the 31st, which is next Friday. So I'll remind you next week. Coffee with a Cop,
Yeah, that's right.
from Wednesday.
9 to 10. Come with your questions and come with you get food or drink and nothing from the vault for 10%. But you can.
You know, I'd
do
like to
that.
ask a police officer,
Huh.
what is technically the rule or the law on speed limit signs in and out of towns? So obviously, when you're coming into town, when it
Yeah.
says 30 miles an hour, it makes sense to me that you have to get down to 30 miles an hour
when you hit that.
when
sign.
you hit that sign. You got to be at 30 miles an hour. My question is this.
Yep.
And it's a good question.
As you're heading out of
Right. You
town,
can spot that.
the last 30 mile an hour is behind you.
Yep.
55 is ahead of you.
right down the ramp.
Now, Mr. Trepon, he used to bark at us for not getting up
Who
to
was
speed.
Mr. Trepon?
He was a
Driver
instruction
Okay.
instructor.
Drew's telling there.
And he would always kind of get upset with us if we were heading out of town while we were driving and he was instructing.
Yeah.
Because that's what he did. And that's what we did. He would kind of not be so happy with us that we didn't get up to speed because he said in between that's a speed zone and you have the ability to
zone.
get up to the speed that the sign is up front there.
Interesting.
Now, that that makes some sense to me because obviously at that sign it's saying 55 miles an hour. Now, you couldn't possibly get to 55 miles an hour 30, you can't, it's hard to, how could you possibly get there without getting to 55 at that sign? So
Well, it
so
sounds
if
like you're
I'm
taking
going
off
40,
next Friday
yeah.
to go
If
down
I'm
to
going
Coffee to Cop.
40 or
Coffee to
45
Cop.
miles an hour betwixt the 30 mile an hour and the 55, am I in trouble? That's what
I think that's a very good
I think
question.
it's a great question.
Because I think Mom and I have maybe had different views of that.
Yeah.
I think she would be more, hey, letter of the law, you wait until it's 55. I say when you can see it after the 30, you start to speed up. And especially on Highway 14, you probably get killed if
Yeah.
you don't do that because somebody's going to ram you right in the back.
Yeah.
But what are the, that's a very good question. I was going to ask people if they would have a question. And if you're heading down and we can't be there, ask Mr.
Please
Police
ask that for
Officer
us. Ask
or
that for
Mrs.
us.
Police Officer, who's ever down there.
Yes. Yeah.
The one thing I was going to ask was this. in a little town like Mazo, now we have a major highway, Highway 14. That's just a block away, and Mom and I walk past it, across it twice on our daily walk. But you're supposed to use the crosswalks, otherwise it's jaywalking.
Yeah.
But we don't all the time, and here's why. Last fall, walking past the Mobile Mart, going to take a left, we got right into the crosswalk. Beautiful, nice day. And right by the hardware store, I don't even like to tell this because they're probably looking for us.
Yep.
Police
As a
are
witness,
looking for us. Who caused that accident? One person stopped at the crosswalk. The person behind him saw them and slowed down, but the person behind the other person didn't. Crashed into that one, crashed into the next one. And Mom and I are standing there thinking, we did that. And we didn't mean to.
But pedestrians have.
I understand that. But the point is there's so few people crossing.
Right.
That it's we don't do that anymore. Now we walk down the highway,
wait for a spot,
we look for a spot, and then we beat it across there. That's jaywalking. We're trying to keep people safe.
Keep the
Mom
flow of
and I.
traffic going.
Yeah, but that's probably illegal. And I'd like to ask the police, what do you do? There should be, like in Cross Plains, town 2 down, a village 2 doors down from us, or 2 towns
east,
down from us.
southeast.
They have lights in the crosswalks. I don't know why we don't.
So does
have
Sauk.
those.
Would you
Does
say
Sauk
those-
have-
When those
I mean,
go on, you have to. You're
yeah,
supposed to
like
stop.
flashing pedestrian lights,
I
right?
tell you what, if you're not paying attention, 3 cars behind, flashing lights are not going to stop you from
They
running
might.
into the back.
Well,
if I were driving, I'd remember street lights, people,
No,
They were living in a lost emotion.
and then
That's
if
true.
I'm sure if that person wasn't thinking that, they definitely went when they were going to be running into that person.
we caused a 3-car pileup, and it was sad because you know, if you've ever had an accident or even a problem, some sort of a traffic jam, nobody got hurt. You could tell it was very, very low impact. Nevertheless, that cost their insurance money. It cost them money. Their premiums probably went up. Anyway, that's what
Dad
I
and mom stand out there and they try to cause 3-car pileups
Yeah,
all the
right.
time. They're going just
To
back
add
and forth and back
insult
and
to
forth.
injury, you should have tried to cross in between the accident instead of around in the beginning. You should, and then if you had to get up on their car and cross over, that would have been kind
Actually,
Thrown
we were-
mom up onto the thing and said she got hit.
Actually, we hustled across while all of them, one of the persons that got hit was very angry. And then there was another person that was like, he was the middle guy. He was just doing what was right. And so we scurried across there, and it's like, okay, we're going to go home and have breakfast. We just ruined 3 people's days and probably their spouses or partners and families. Anyway,
Yeah, I was
any other
letting these-
questions for the cop?
No,
Yeah,
that was enough.
Long story.
Yeah.
No, I just.
But it was a
had
good
lot.
one.
It had a lot to it.
How many times have you heard somebody say, "Wow, that was a long story," and
And
it was a good one?
Not when I talk.
Amusing
Any of you guys
stories.
have
No,
any?
I don't. Those
cop
are
I'm
all
gonna
questions?
listen to
questions.
that
Great
next time
questions.
somebody says, "Wow, that was a long
That was
story."
a
My question is,
long
when are
story.
we going to get back to Mazomanie Sightwise?
I feel like that's what we're doing.
part of
Coffee with a cock.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can go down and get your questions answered, questions like we've asked. And if you have questions you want to ask a cop and you want to put it in the comment section, go ahead.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody will be going down there. Who knows?
Yeah.
31st, we'll remind you next week. One more time. We actually saw it last Saturday when we were sitting down at the 1855 Coffee House that there's new owners of B-Style Floral.
Oh,
Really?
They purchased it from Natalie Beal.
Really?
And they are moving in across from 1855. I don't know their last names, but Christina and Malia, it looks like, they are seasoned vets when it comes to florists. And they will be, I believe, starting. I assume that an open house is the beginning of
The grand
the
opening.
grand opening. So
I
that's
think
gonna
that should be changed. I think, pardon me for a second. I think that florists is very deceptive because are you doing stuff with floor? No, you're doing stuff with flowers. So you should be a flowerist.
Well, look up florist.
Floral.
See what's
Because
it.
I know
floral,
I-
Joe.
I-
Floral.
Listen. You're not dealing with a jerk here. You know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
we don't know what you're talking about. You might know what you're
Yes,
talking
I
about.
do know what I'm talking about because I
Well-
know that it's flora, as in that's
The
what
flora
flowers
and
are.
fauna.
But when florist, What is that person called? It's called a carpenter. They need to figure this
Or
out.
carpenter.
A florist. No, it'd be like a floor
No,
guy.
somebody that works on floors and stuff,
Is not a
tiling
carpenter.
and stuff like that, is a carpenter.
They're not. A carpenter builds homes and stuff like that.
Well, they put the subfloor in and maybe the wood floor. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
wood flooring.
Okay.
Florist.
Anyway, we're
way beyond where we
lost
should
here,
be.
but I mean, I don't know.
Audra, thank you for that long story.
It was actually very
that.
short. It just seemed low.
What else you got there, Johnny?
Anyway, so they're open. They're gonna have an open house on April 29th. So we got plenty of time
Oh,
to
wow, so
plan
much
that
time.
time to head on down. Welcome them.
That was nothing
to
against them. I'm just saying that
welcome them to the Mazo
Dad's got
the
something else.
historic downtown Mazo, and
Right
I
across
would
from
think that they'll
1855.
have snacks and things like that. I guess I'm putting that on them, but I would think an open house would there be food or at least something.
All right, Dad, what do you got?
Question. Their
Is
names
this-
are again
Christina
Christina
and Malia, I believe it
and
is.
Malia. If by
Malia.
chance you or somebody that knows you watch this, you're welcome to come on here and talk about
Yep.
your new B-style florist, your new digs,
Yep.
what you got to offer,
Yep.
your open house.
Grand
we
opening,
can
yeah.
we can get you on here, and you will
Spread
get tens
the word.
and tens of viewers. So just get a hold of us. How can they get a hold of us?
They can either comment on here if they want. If they don't know anybody who's, I don't know how they're going to get a hold of us. They
Well, just
can,
if
They
let's
know
just say
Michelle.
if
So
know
I
Michelle.
think that Michelle knows them.
Yep.
Because she's mentioned when we were sitting down there that she was telling us what was happening, that they were moving in.
there's an
So-
open invitation to come
So
sit
maybe
on the couch
Michelle
and us
could-
talk.
talk to Michelle.
Talk to Michelle.
if we're down at the
Or maybe this is Michelle's job,
Well, wait, Scott Johannick is now
Yep.
on the Chamber of Commerce.
he can help us
Mazo.
out. Yeah.
Scott, if you're listening, watching, just tell those two gals that they're welcome on the original Father Son
Is that all
Voiceover
you have?
podcast.
I got one more.
One more.
On April 1st, it's going to be Easter in Mazo. And it will be held from 11 to 2 p.m.
On April 1st?
Yep.
April Fool's Day?
Yep.
I
So
don't know,
this is
this
no
is-
joke.
Is that a
I was
joke?
gonna say,
though? No.
hope this is
Are you
real.
sure?
11
You're
to
not
2
getting duped.
11 to 2 p.m. Central Time, held at the Westland Promenade, however you want to say it, Park. There will be an egg hunt at 11 sharp. I mean,
Whoa.
there
That's when they're starting.
you get your
messing
kids down
around.
there at 11:01.
Dick Royston
You're
won't.
done.
He'll be down there, and I don't know
Yeah.
if that's true. but-
Kid isn't getting anything if you get down there at 11:01.
Be getting nothing.
You get to meet the Easter Bunny. I think I remember that being fairly traumatic when I was a kid.
Yeah, we used to do it at the Mazel Lions Park. I remember that.
I've seen him sometimes right on the crane in the
I was going to say, I wonder if he'll come down on the
fire truck.
fire truck.
Oh,
Royal like that.
Hamburgers driving it.
And then also, if your kids get down there at 11 a.m. Central Time sharp, there'll be activities and gifts for the kids.
Wow.
So get your kids down there on time.
and get
This
your
is, I
babies.
guess, this is just a part of it, and maybe I didn't know about it. I didn't go downtown around this time when they had the Eastern Mazo in the past, but there's the Mazomanie,
Well, that's all right. Get it
Fire
out.
Department open house as well in conjunction with that.
At the same time.
Yep.
Lots of things going on.
I think it's afterwards because the egg hunt isn't going to last 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours. But what's included, which this will hit really close to home, and maybe Hudson will be helping. But there are fire truck rides.
I could
They'll
never
be
get
showing
away
how to
from
get
that.
on and off.
Yep. How do you get?
It's on my resume because I've been on one. I can give people tours and stuff like that.
And you can take a photo with some of the fire department. And
Take
they're
over
looking.
Camden.
I don't think that your kids will be able to sign up, but they are looking for volunteers for the fire department. So
Do you know how old do you have to be?
I don't. I'll have to look into
Maybe
that.
16, is it?
Maybe.
What time?
Well-
when was Camden first on it?
I don't know.
Was he
And
18?
I think Jagger is
Yeah.
on it, isn't
Oh,
he? I think
Jackie,
he was
that's
on
right.
it
That's a
young.
family tradition.
Jagger Shinneman.
Shenanigans are on the fire department.
Mark, and then
So anyway, we'll keep reminding you. We've got
and,
2 more
Timmy.
weeks to remind you about that, or maybe it's 1 full week. But get your kids
Jameson
down there by
Dooley's on
11. See the Easter Bunny, and then you can head down over. I don't think it's too far away from the
no
fire
hop,
department.
skip, and a jump.
Yep, and you can get yourself a picture and a fire truck ride. Maybe see Hudson down there.
Yeah.
So
Probably not.
okay. Anyway, that concludes Mazo Sightwise.
Thank you.
I wonder who does the Easter Bunny costume.
Who's in the Easter Bunny costume?
No idea.
Maybe it's Daryl Austin.
I wonder if Judy Curtis knows. I'll bet you Judy or Dick Royston knows.
I mean, it's like,
they got
is
the
it
inside
a
scoop.
community member? Like, do they have the suit in the community area someplace, and just somebody wears it every year?
Or is it some
Or is
guy
it somebody
that's
that
always
actually has
the
a job
Easter
that
Bunny, yeah.
is
He's
the
got
Easter
all that
Bunny?
equipment on.
I feel like it would be more of they have one and they dry clean it or whatever, make sure
Yeah.
it's not.
And are they
Gross
as
and-
secretive as Ronald McDonald?
Mm.
You know, because Uncle Darwin, who lives
Yep.
right next door, Darwin Parman, he was the front man for the regional
Ronald McDonald,
Ronald
like
McDonald.
he'd go around to
and,
schools or
he had to
events.
open up and he had to get the guy safely in, and they had to keep it all secret.
He
And
was, he was Ronald McDonald's bodyguard.
kind of. He was kind of
Bodyguard.
trying to keep people's attention, and then he introduced him, and Ronald came out, and nobody knew who that guy was.
Yeah,
That's
they
what they were
knew
supposed to
him
do.
as Ronald McDonald. He, speaking of which, Darwin came. Were you there at that time? I was real young to our elementary school in Mazo, and he introduced
Down
Ronald
in the back
McDonald
with
at
weak
that
ankles.
time.
Yep.
That was huge.
That was
John was in
fun.
the back with weak ankles.
Kind of wish there was
I
burgers
remember
at that
this.
time,
I remember
but
when
would have brought burgers with him, but
What's that?
we kind of wish you would brought hamburgers or fries with him as well. But
Yeah, we're talking about getting us hooked on that.
Yeah.
Hudson wants to get going.
yeah,
Whatever.
I just remember when Ronald McDonald came to watch one of the Parman boys, but he wasn't in costume.
Oh.
And Darwin said to me, "Don't tell anybody, but that's Ronald McDonald."
You should have told me. That's
Well,
what
you don't.
should've-
Yeah,
I think
no.
that's what you should've
He was
said to
fine.
him.
He
I think
knew.
he retired, right, or something.
Yeah, he's no longer. Well,
No.
Darwin retired, and so did Ronald.
Yeah.
but
They went out at the
they
same
still
time.
keep
They
them
said, "We're
secret.
going out at the same
the
time."
point being, do they do that? Do they try to do that with the Easter Bunny?
Oh,
No
good
question.
question.
You know what I
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do they try to keep it
It's a
that
good
secret?
question.
Thank
Maybe
you for your
maybe
service.
coffee with a cop.
Maybe they could ask the
would-
local police officers.
All right, it's time to do Roy, The Adventures of Roy from Elroy.
Nice.
All right?
And now, another edition of The Adventures of Roy from Elroy.
Oh, wake up and breakfast is right there. Good morning, Roy.
His face started to.
Oh, yeah, that good?
Roy's getting big.
What's new? Yeah.
We say that every single week. I know it's the truth though. I don't know what else.
Roy
what does it
knows.
say?
Roy's learning a new trick. You're teaching him.
Well,
that.
we all are. We've all kind of taken over. But I was trying to teach him probably about a week ago, having a treat on his nose and waiting. He's not very good at it yet. Kobe got pretty
Our
good
other
at it.
dog, yeah.
Yeah, he got pretty good
He's
at
pretty good around food.
Yeah, he was. He was really great around it.
Fresh
But
leader.
Kobe would sit there for a while and with it on his nose, and he would wait, and then he would flick it off. And many times he actually caught it in his mouth. He did a pretty good job at catching.
Yes, he did.
Roy's
Balls he
not
would
so
catch
good
and-
so
He
far.
was a meathead. He was real
Yeah.
good at sports. Kobe
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, very athletic.
Very. Anyway, yeah.
I think,
What else is there?
Well, I went out to get a little ice cream out in the garage the other night, and I shut the door and turned off the light. And about 10 minutes later, we're all saying, "Where's Roy?" Because he's still not trustworthy. A, with his bathroom, better but not perfect, and he gets into
stuff,
things.
yeah.
And so sometimes he's starting to explore the house. So he'll come up here, up the upstairs. He'll go in the basement where my studio is. So we were all looking around, and we didn't want him to be outside because who knows what would happen. He's kind of a baby. Well, we looked out. I figured it out that he maybe followed me out into the garage. So there he is out in the garage. It was dark, and turned on the light. He came right in, but he had
He was scared.
urinated because I think he was scared.
Yeah.
So
He was very
he was
happy
out
to be
there for
around
about
us.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably could hear our voices and stuff.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, 10 minutes for a dog was probably like he was out there 100 years.
Yeah,
It felt like he
exactly.
was out there
Yeah.
forever.
And He's doing better in his crate all the time.
He just
He goes right in there.
it's just an old.
I mean, at least
old hat for him, whatever you call it.
It's old hat.
He likes his. He has a love-hate relationship with our next door neighbor Penny. We go over and play cards with Donnie,
The dog.
and the Don. Yeah,
Yeah.
Penny. Yeah. Right. Their dog. And they mix it up quite a bit and get all wet and tired and stuff like that when we go over there. Anything else that Roy is doing that's interesting?
He's learning to run away from people when he's got like you play
Oh yeah.
fetch with him, and then he likes it when you chase him. So and he stays in the yard, which is pretty good.
Yep.
So there it is.
Yep, that's it.
There's
job,
our
Roy.
adventures, and we have an Adventures of Roy from Elroy T-shirt as you saw earlier on. So if you'd like one of those, get a hold of us. We can hook you up.
I would imagine this is the way. I don't have any kids personally, but he's learning to listen better and do tricks and stuff like that. And as he's getting bigger, there are times I wish that he was as obedient now as he. I wish he was as obedient back when he was first a little tiny puppy as he is now. Because he'd like to just kind of. I just remember him being this little tiny, but he was so squirmy and he'd be all over the place, and he was such a chore.
Yeah. You take the good with the bad as they get older. They don't play as much, but they're more obedient.
Exactly.
You can trust them a little bit more, and whatever. I guess they are like kids a little bit.
All right. Are we ready to get on to the next thing?
Right after this, though. Hey, we'll get back to the original father-son voiceover podcast in just a moment, but there's Hudson, here's Brando, and
right
me,
over here. Yep.
Todd, and this is our segment where we do our reverse sponsorship. Of course, a sponsorship is people pay to sponsor our podcast. We only have one.
We're unique.
We only have one sponsor at this point. You can be a sponsor if you'd like. Right now, we're just talking about $14 an episode. And so feel free to contact us about actual sponsorship. But we do have reverse sponsorships because we belong to Mazomanie in the local area. And so we want to promote the local businesses around here. Today's reverse sponsor is the Dollar General store.
Oh, wow.
The Dollar
It's a
General
new
store.
one. I wasn't even ready for this
Dollar
one.
General is America's general store. That's their logo. That's their branding. The Dollar General here in Mazomanie is located on the far west end of the village at 515 Walter Street. It's right on the highway too. DG strives to make shopping hassle-free and affordable. Dollar General has more than 18,000 easy-to-shop stores in 47 states. You didn't know that, did you?
I did not know that.
DG offers everyday low prices from many of America's trusted brands. DG has been serving customers in villages like Mazomanie since when? Quiz. When did they start?
2000 and...
Not in Mazomanie.
Oh.
When did they originally start serving like Mazomanie, serving communities like Mazomanie?
So not when did they start serving communities that were bigger?
When was
than
their
those?
first?
Oh, okay.
When was their first one?
1995.
Very close. 1939.
Oh, just switch the numbers around and I'm right there.
So if you want store hours and specials, visit Mazomanie Dollar General at their website. It's just simply dollargeneral.com, and then you just type in Mazomanie. Dollar General, America's general store, and our proud reverse sponsor of the original Father-Son voiceover podcast. Now back to more of the podcast.
Name that state.
Flag.
All right. So another rendition of Name That State Flag. It's by me. All right. What is this state flag?
That's a state flag? I thought that was the flag of Britain.
No, it's not.
Well, some
Oh,
of it
you're
is.
not.
Some of it is, Dan.
I'm really nervous because
Most
I
of
don't
it-
remember all
most
the
of
ones
it's
from
true.
last week. I wish you'd
State
have like
flag.
a. Wish you'd have like a. Hey, these are
State
the ones we
flag.
did last week, so you can't do those.
How many we got, Joe?
10.
10.
Oh my.
That's
I'm doing 5
boy.
installments, thus equaling 50, unless we gain another state.
Then we'll
By
have
the
a sixth
time we
of just
finish.
one. Oh,
wow,
boy.
that's tough. I can't remember. We should have had the list of what we had last time.
That's what I just said.
Can you read them off?
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
No.
You don't remember?
Well, we had New Jersey, Rhode Island,
Yeah, that's not. You're not going to get
North
through them all.
Dakota, or was it South Dakota?
Oh, well,
Pennsylvania.
either one of them.
Well, I got 4
This
there.
is
so-
trouble.
All
Okay, wait. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready either. New Mexico was the last one because I got that one
Oh,
wrong.
now you're giving answers away.
Yeah, what if somebody hasn't watched the other,
Yeah,
the
well,
other
it's
episode?
their fault, not mine.
Yeah, that's
I
why
need
our
to think
viewers are
here.
going down. Your negative energy, Hudson.
Hey, it's your negative energy that did it.
Yeah.
Are we doing each one and then going around? Or are we doing
No,
all
he's going to
10
give us
and
the
then-
answer, right?
All right. Everybody got one?
I got it, dog.
Yeah, what do you think it is?
Virginia.
Massachusetts.
That's what I
Mississippi.
should have guessed.
Connecticut.
What?
Hawaii.
No, it's not. That's
Hawaii.
not right.
Okay, wait, no. Isn't that the British flag?
Well,
There?
look at it. It doesn't
looks
even
so much like the British
It
flag.
might have been a British-
That thing doesn't. Oh, because that top one's
That's
a
not
white
the
one.
British
I
flag.
get
Well,
it.
let's just
Okay.
This can't be right.
It's like the part right here doesn't even fit on the flag, but that's a white stripe. I didn't.
So your game is flawed.
So the official Hawaiian state flag was adopted in 1845, long before Hawaii became a state of the U.S. Hawaii was once an independent kingdom.
Nice. That was fun.
1810 to 1893. The Hawaiian flag was designed at the request of King
Julian,
No.
Kamehameha.
give Drew a shot. Drew's really good with names and different
on his
languages.
I don't. Yeah, he
King
nailed
the
it. He
first.
nailed it.
Ha.
He nailed it with the pauses. You had to have those pauses in place.
The flag has
Dash,
the flag
dash.
has 8 stripes of white, red, and blue. They represent the 8 main islands. The flag of Great Britain is emblazoned in the
You're right,
upper
Dad.
left corner to honor Hawaii's friendship with the British. Hawaii was once placed under British protection. Hawaii's flag is the only United States flag to contain a flag from a foreign country.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Never would have guessed
USA,
that.
come
Never would have guessed that.
Our liberties we prize and our
Yeah,
rights
look at
we
its
will
neck.
maintain.
It looks like a goose. His neck. An eagle with
No,
a
eagles have
goose's
very
neck.
long
They
stretched.
don't
They can
tear
stretch their
down
necks.
other states' flags.
Looked like
That's
I
it.
drew that. That's what it looks like.
Oh boy. I'm always
I just saw
whenever
this, I
there's
think.
eagles and stuff and red, white, and blue, I'm always thinking it's got to be on the East Coast. It's got to be one of the original.
Yeah.
But Hawaii, that was the last one. No, second to last.
I don't even remember if we did that one last year.
Was it second? Was Alaska the last or Hawaii?
Can't remember.
Hawaii.
Hawaii was
Alaska
last.
Okay.
Was
Second to last.
Okay.
America, America, this is you.
I don't remember if we did this one last
I
time.
think
That's the
I only
problem.
got one right last time, so I'm
No,
just
I'm
going to say
talking about the one I'm
Virginia every
guessing.
time.
You'll get it
Maybe
right.
I'll get it
once.
right.
All right, Johnny, what'd
Hold
you
on.
think?
Hold on, I didn't
Hot
guess.
down, hot down.
Okay, got it.
I said
think, Jake?
Illinois.
Oh.
Illinois.
I said Maryland.
North Carolina.
Ohio.
No.
Iowa.
I was
I'm,
really
I'm 0
close.
for 2 right now.
All right, official flag adoption date, March 29th, 1921. All right, the state flag of Iowa was adopted in 1921, but was originally designed in 1917 by Miss Dixie Cornell Gebhart of Knoxville, and a member of the Daughters of the Flag. And a member of the Daughters of the American Revolution. Gebhart
Where'd you get flag
explained that the blue stands for loyalty, justice, and truth, the white for purity, and the red for courage. Iowa went without an official state flag for 75 years until Iowa National Guardsmen stationed along the Mexican border suggested a state banner was needed. The Guardsmen said regiments from other states had banners and they felt one was needed to designate their unit.
Nice.
Wait, where was she from?
Knoxville.
Knoxville,
So
Tennessee.
she's from Knoxville, so they couldn't even get somebody.
Well, I
from
don't know. I
Iowa?
mean, there could be a Knoxville, Ohio.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Or
Iowa,
Ohio?
sorry.
Yeah.
There could
There
be
could
one
be
in
Knoxville.
Ohio too. You never
I'm gonna
know.
look that
I
up
threw you for a
because
loop there, didn't I?
that's kind of tough.
Sure
if you
did.
haven't had one for
Sisters of the
75
flag
years,
is what I-
haven't had one for 75 years, and then all of a sudden you got to go out of state to get somebody to design it.
Yeah. Well, and you had to be out of country as well because you were fighting at the Mexican border.
Well, what are you supposed to put on a flag with?
Depends on what
for
side of the
Iowa? There's
Mexican
no
border you're
mountains.
on, though.
There's no hills.
If you're out of
Scotts
state or
Bluff.
in state.
Scotts Bluff.
That's Nebraska.
That's Nebraska.
Oh.
Well, they claim it too.
What was it? Knoxville?
the Corn
I'm gonna
Palace.
check- I'm gonna check
Knoxville,
real
Iowa.
quick.
There might be in Knoxville, Iowa.
Knoxville,
I'm gonna say there is in Knoxville, Iowa.
Fire, I believe there wouldn't be.
Joe, we can move on to number 3 here. if you want.
Knoxville City in Iowa. It's 32 degrees right now.
Ooh, chilly.
Takes 4 hours and 21 minutes to get there from Mazomanie.
Wait, didn't we do this one?
No.
Don't question me, Gordy. I know a lot more about state flags than you do.
That one looks just like the.
The
You
other
gotta be
flag.
kidding me.
There was one that had 2 things like this.
I think they were horses.
No, this one looks.
Wait.
Doesn't that look familiar? Doesn't that look like one of the ones we did last time?
Two tall and stately stags facing one another. I don't
That
think
one's
so.
got.
E
that one's
pluribus
hairy.
unum. Unum.
I'm getting feedback here. I don't know if that's my phone or.
Circumflex.
Yeah, it's the phones give off radiation.
Wait now here. There's a river there, and that looks like some sort of a pioneer hunter. All right, I'm ready.
All right, Dad.
One second. Sorry. There it is.
North Carolina for me.
Joseph?
I have Michigan.
John?
New Hampshire.
Howdy?
Missouri.
Michigan, wow.
You know why? Peninsula. Let's go.
There's another one that we had. Another one that looked like that. It had like something in the background. It had like
A lot of them have something
like
in the
mountains in
background.
the background or something. It looked
E
exactly.
pluribus
like,
unum out of many one.
Yeah,
They have the
and
same.
That
Yeah.
was the same.
On our-
Well, and I also knew because of the age of Sequarius.
The
Age of Sequarius. Age of Sequarius.
All right. Officially adopted.
Aquarius.
Officially adopted June 26, 1911. On the blue shield, the sun rises over a lake and peninsula. A man with a raised hand and holding a gun represents peace and the ability to defend his rights. The elk and moose, or meese, if some people call it.
Wait, there's a moose there?
Yes, it is. The
Which
Herald
one?
one.
That
One
one
with
is
the one with the hairy chest.
that
It looks like Tumnus,
Oh, yeah, Mr. Tumnus.
Mr. Tumnus.
Are symbols of Michigan, while the eagle represents the United States.
nice.
bet.
That was great.
Next.
Moose. Huh, I didn't know they had moose.
John, what does that say right up in that little red
Speaking
thing?
of moose, I think that's another
That
moose.
is another moose.
I think it
Can't
says
tell.
Hidalgo.
Huh?
No,
Can't tell.
Dorigo.
Durango.
And that's a moose in there too, next to a pine tree. I think.
I was going to say something, but that's throwing me off there because it's got a anchors away there. That's not going to be right.
Come sail away, come sail away.
I already put mine in there.
And that guy's got a sickle.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
a sickle. What is that?
That's not a sickle. It's
Sigh.
Reaper.
A sigh.
It's a
No.
sigh.
That's what the Grim Reaper has.
a sickle
C.
is a circular one, right? That you.
What is it, Dad?
A sigh, I think
See.
it is.
I don't
Oh,
like
yeah, I
my
know what you're
answer
doing
at
now.
all.
Sickle is the one with a like that.
Oh, I think that's what that is.
Yeah. and it's just a small one.
I don't know. That's
Well, I like the new sickle.
Arrow.
okay.
All
I
right.
think I'm okay.
I'm ready.
Joseph, you ready?
Sure.
Juan, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Husband,
I said Minnesota.
John,
Montana.
Dad,
New York.
Joseph.
Maine.
Wow.
You got
Take two, Vegas, take two. Take two.
Did you win the last time too?
Sure did.
We tied.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
was
I had,
basically
I had a
the
big lead and I blew it at the
I'll
end.
tell you one thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
am
lead.
terrible at this.
All right. Who's ready to learn?
I am.
I'm ready to learn.
Maine flag officially adopted June 16th, 1909. On a blue background,
We'll be needing. If somebody would mind sponsoring us, we're gonna need some new headphones.
on a blue black background, the Maine state flag shows the state's official state seal. It was officially adopted in 1909. The blue background is required to be the same blue as the United States flag. Maine's official state seal on the flag shows a pine tree with a moose lying at the feet of it.
That's what gave it away for me.
On the left side of the shield is a farmer resting on a scythe.
Sigh.
I think some people call it scythe.
No, some people call it civvy.
Or scythe. A tool used for cutting crops such as grass. Grass is not a crop.
Well,
or wheat. And on the right side, a seaman resting on an anchor. The farmer and the seaman are representing Maine's very important agricultural industry. Below that is the state's name, Maine, in capital letters. Maine's state flag, flying towards the top of Maine's flag, is the North Star. And a label resting between the shield and the crest is Dorigo, which translates to I lead.
I lead, yeah. I was going to say that.
Maine's state motto.
Dorigo, what is that?
Dorito.
Latin.
No, it's Doritos.
It's Latin.
I don't know. Just felt like saying that.
I think it's Latin, probably.
Let's
Does
move on to the
that
next
really
one.
have, in that little seal below, does that have Maine?
Yep.
Well, why didn't you leave that on? That would have helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be the main reason why you got it right.
Exactly. Okay.
Nailed it.
Oh boy.
All right, Drew, you ready?
Sure.
Let her rip.
I'm up.
Yep.
I said Mississippi.
Drew, Hudson,
Alabama.
Johnny.
South Carolina.
Maryland.
Wow.
Somebody cool this guy off. He's on fire.
How did you know that?
He's looking at the computer.
Yeah, Drew's
No, I
looking
did.
him up.
Yeah.
Officially adopted.
On
You
my
looked,
hand.
at, you looked him up the other day, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
No,
I
what
did
helps?
not.
What helps is what he's just so relaxed. He's on vacation, so his
Oh,
mind
his
is
mind
so
is
clear.
clear.
Honestly,
Yep.
I think it's because I'm the restless traveler. I just travel all over.
You
the
do
place.
travel. Yeah. I think
Honestly,
you have
I mean,
a tendency to know more
I
about
travel
things.
here, go to North Carolina. I travel here, I go to Virginia.
Ohio.
I travel here, go to
to
Ohio.
Ohio.
So Mississippi's right there. So I just remember those.
Straight south. All right. Officially adopted January 11th, 2021. On November 3rd, 2020, the new Mississippi state flag was approved by state referendum by the Commission to Redesign Committee. The previous flag had an emblem of the Confederate flag and was voted out after a national public outcry. The new flag passed and became the official state flag of Mississippi on January 1st, 2021. The design that features a white magnolia blossom is the official state flower, and "In God We Trust" is the official motto of the United States.
That is true.
The 20 stars signify Mississippi's status as the 20th state admitted to the Union, and a gold 5-point star reflects Mississippi's indigenous Native American tribes.
Nice.
Next.
Boy.
I thought we did this.
So much gold.
See, remember that? Whatever.
I don't think we did. I don't think Joe
I don't
would do
think
the same.
I don't think
flags.
I'm going to get this.
That's the reason that you're struggling is because you're doubting.
No, some of these just look the same.
Well, they may have copied each other, a little
Yeah.
bit here and there.
Just like
I
somebody
think
that
I'm gonna
went
go
from
with-
Knoxville to Knoxville and said, well, I guess we'll just name this place Knoxville.
I'm gonna go with another one again. I've already used this one once, but I'm
All
gonna
right.
try it again.
Oh,
Husband,
we're not ready yet. Sorry.
and Hudson's guess is going to sway you.
Oh, no, it's not,
Okay.
but let's see here.
Go ahead, Hudson.
Everybody ready?
Yep.
Missouri.
Juan?
North Dakota.
Colorado.
I'm gonna say Door County.
I also had Missouri.
Nebraska.
Interesting.
That was really close.
On the seal here.
Oh, there it is.
They get a seal
sorry.
here and a seal here, and
That's
you run it up
Scott's
the
bluff,
alley.
then.
Yep.
They don't have
They only have one
mountains.
set
That's
of
so
mountains, and they've got
Does-
mountains in their
Wait,
seal.
but does the Mississippi go past
Yeah.
Nebraska?
Yep,
No,
on the east side.
but the Missouri does, doesn't it?
I didn't think it did.
Mississippi River's in Missouri because that's Hannibal. That's where what's his name? Mark
Mark Twain.
Twain grew up.
Hannibal Mark Twain, yeah, his first
Hannibal,
name.
Missouri.
Flag officially adopted July 16th, 1963. State flag of Nebraska was officially adopted as a state banner in 1925, but it didn't become an official flag until 1963.
Okay.
So, just so you guys know, in order for a banner, it first starts out as a banner.
Okay.
Then, if
David
it's
banner.
voted on, it becomes a flag. So, just so you know, if you guys think, hey, I'm flying this flag, nope, it's a banner
first.
until
It
you
hasn't
vote
been
on
voted
it.
on.
So, Nebraska was the last of the contiguous
There you go.
U.S. states to adopt an official state flag. The Nebraska state flag consists of a gold state seal on the center flag with a blue background. Nebraska state flag flying in the wind. A banner for the state of Nebraska shall consist of a reproduction of the great seal of the state, charged on the center in gold and silver on a field of national blue. The state motto, equality before the law, is shown within the state seal. Next.
Battleborn. That's a very simple one.
Mm-hmm.
It's got.
I think this was one that was a pendant before it came.
Hard time seeing it. That circle light is right on that.
Stand up if you need to, dog. That looks like an old one.
It does look like an old one.
All right, Johnny.
Give me just a minute. It doesn't really matter. I can't remember what. Okay, let me just do. I'll just Virginia.
South Carolina.
I have Texas.
Tennessee.
Lone Stars.
You had Texas?
Did we do Texas already?
I said Tennessee.
Oh, I was gonna say Nevada.
I thought
What?
Texas is pretty easy to figure out.
There's a star. Battleborn.
Okay.
Hey, don't laugh at me. That's the first time
I'm sorry.
Hey, he's got two.
I got three.
Three.
Okay.
Don't
Sometimes
fight with it.
It's almost like I created this quiz.
Yeah. Okay. Officially adopted March
Just throwing you guys
26th,
off the scent.
1929.
Battleborn. I mean, they fought for the Alamo.
Davy Crockett.
Yeah.
There's some sense there.
It
Yeah,
was,
Battleborn, Star. Yeah, I nailed Nevada.
I think
everybody else had it.
No, I wasn't laughing at. I thought
Laughing next to you.
that Texas was one of the more recognizable.
Yeah,
ones.
it is.
I'm not sure I've seen
That's
it
what I was
before.
laughing at.
He was laughing, not laughing at you. He's laughing.
laughing
I was
next
just
to
more
you.
surprised because you usually really on.
I was
some
surprised
of
as
these
anyone.
things.
That just seemed like a really bad guess.
Seems like a Hudson guess.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
you
mean
put
that
a couple
I was
in a
just
row
more
and now
surprised
they
because
expect
you're
it
usually
right
right
from
on.
you.
Which is Hudson guess
It's
is
a compliment
slang
to you.
for
You're
an
usually right on.
uneducated guess.
All of a sudden, I'm uneducated, even though I've got a 4-year
sure.
degree.
Yep.
Everybody else guesses the wrong one, and nobody gets laughed at in their face.
No.
I wasn't laughing at your face.
I get laughed at. In
I was
the face
laughing
all
into
the
the
time.
Just be a lifetime learner
Yeah.
right now.
Are they laughing at us?
No, Patrick. They're laughing next to us.
Officially adopted March
Somebody from the
26,
podcast comes to my
1929.
rescue.
A friend of
Always
mine
come
has
to
that same
Joe's.
birthday.
Huh?
A friend of ours has that same birthday and same year she was born
was it?
too. March 26th, 1929.
Nice.
The state flag of Nevada is shown on a cobalt blue background. In the upper left quarter of the flag is a five-pointed silver star between two sprays of sage brush.
Sage. That would have given away if I would have known sage.
Nevada's official state flower, crossed to form a half wreath. Across the top of the wreath is a golden scroll with the words in black letters, Battleborn. Those words signify that Nevada entered the Union during the Civil War.
Oh.
The name Nevada is beneath the star in gold letters. The current Nevada state flag design was adopted March 26, 1929, and revised in 1991.
Nice.
And now you know. Boy, there's another real simple one. Ooh, April 12, 1776.
Here you go, Dad.
All right. I'm trying it.
I'm ready.
Everybody good?
Locked in
No.
my answer.
What do we have for scores here?
I got
Zero.
3.
0.
0.
That's why Drew's.
We got to get these next 3 right. Quattro.
Okay, I don't know.
On the road again.
Who's up, Kip?
North Carolina.
I just can't wait
What'd you have, Dan?
Virginia.
I had Delaware.
Drew, what'd you have?
Arizona.
The life I love is making music.
North
with
Carolina.
my friends.
What do the
Hudson,
dates
what'd you have?
signify, Joe?
I had Virginia. And
I will tell
can't
you.
wait to
I
get
knew you would.
on the
Flag
road.
officially adopted, silky segue there. Flag officially adopted June 24th, 1991. North Carolina's flag was officially adopted on March 9th, 1885, but was updated in 1991 with some minor changes. The flag's design incorporates an N for North and a C for Carolina. The single star is in between represents North Carolina. I don't have that on the about the other
Stats.
stuff,
That's okay.
but I would guess that
May
those are
20th,
probably really
1775.
important.
April 12th.
I would think that 77. I would wonder if 1775 was when they either like did their got their freedom or whatever, or like
Probably when they just decided
declared
to
it,
be,
declared their
yeah.
independence as a
Ratified,
state,
maybe ratified.
and then 1776
when they
was
became
when
part of the union,
Yeah.
maybe? Okay.
Okay.
We stepped out of our bounds there. We might need the disclaimer there.
All right. This is mine to have.
Before. Many times.
And just so you know, here, let me just give you a little quick drawing here. This is the flag.
What?
This is the flag I'm talking about right here, not this. It's a more of a pendant
Oh.
or a pennant.
Okay. That doesn't help me at all, but
It's
It's
not.
nice to
I'm
know.
letting you know that it's not just this white. It's not a square. It's more of a
okay.
triangle. Well,
I
actually,
see.
it's more of a pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4,
You mean
5.
it gets cut off here? I see.
Oh, I see.
It's pentagon.
I thought you
what
meant
about
it
those
came to a
stars
point.
signify? How many
There's 15
stars
of
are
them.
there? 15. So could it be the 15th state in the union?
That's true.
What would that
How many
be?
stars are you counting?
15.
Okay, I'm going to switch mine because of that. Go ahead.
You want to try 17?
17, sorry.
Oh, I'm
Nah,
still
change it.
staying with it.
You want us to guess or?
All right.
Wait, I didn't guess.
Oh,
Go ahead, Johnny.
I didn't guess.
he's got to
Let me guess, Joe.
What
I didn't get my no. I didn't get to put my
He's
answer. in.
counting back now from 17.
What's your answer?
I added 2 to 15. I got 17.
But you're just yelling at me for not giving you a chance, and now you don't.
Go
have
ahead. I got it.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Dad.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Dirty dog.
Hudson.
Louisiana.
I said South Carolina, but now I know that those two are right.
South Carolina.
I'm right and Dad's right.
No, these two.
You got it?
Yeah.
Then you followed me on
Hey,
that
Drew.
one.
I
OH.
just waited. You've
Oh,
had so many.
sorry.
You've had so many correct. That's why I cheat off you.
Yeah, always cheat off the worst student. Always cheat off
All
the
right.
worst student in the
Yeah,
class.
right.
Adoption date, May 9th, 1902. The flag of Ohio, which was officially adopted in 1902, is the only flag that doesn't have the traditional rectangular shape. The Ohio flag is actually a burgee.
Berger.
Burgee.
How do you spell that? Let me look it up.
Burgee.
B-U-R.
They were just going to call it a BG, but that didn't work out.
They were
'Cause
trying to
they were
sign-
staying
they were
alive.
trying to spell burger, but they actually put 2 E's. It was a typo.
A burgee is typically flown by yachts, has a distinguished shape, more like a pennant. That's what I said, with 2 tails.
This says a flag bearing the colors or emblem of a sailing club, typically triangular.
Or pentagon shaped.
How do you pronounce that, dog?
Let me see here.
Hit the microphone.
Hold on just a second. Hold
Well,
on just a second. Perhaps. Where does the? Well, we won't worry about that. Oh, hold on. Operator
volume.
error.
Little volume on that, dog.
Hold on.
Hold.
It'll be worth it.
Burgee.
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 Burgee. Burgee. Go ahead.
Also linguist, right here. The Ohio flag is actually a burgee. A burgee is typically flown by yachts. Has a distinguished shape, more like a pennant, with two tails. And that design is properly called swallow-tailed.
What's a swallowtail bird?
Ohio's flag was designed by John Eisenman in 1901. Ohio was without a state flag for nearly 100 years before it was officially adopted.
Got to have a flag. Oh.
I feel like this should be something that I should know. But I
I think this is the last one.
Yep, it is.
I feel like I'm overthinking it already.
I'm either way off or I got it.
Yep. I hear you. I'm with you.
Oh.
This flag has a baseball bat with a big, huge ball. Oh no, that's a peace pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
With a shield, a Native American shield of some sort,
Plus minus signs there too.
Mm-hmm.
and feathers, war feathers or something.
I think that's a plant of some sort. Might be an olive branch.
I'm talking about the feathers that are hanging down.
Oh,
I think
Those
that's
are
a
feathers,
fern.
right?
Okay. Ready?
We're guessing or not?
Hudson?
I said Florida.
Oklahoma.
Dad?
I said Florida as well.
I said South Dakota.
Oh, I actually did think about Oklahoma.
You did one.
I was going to say Idaho,
All right.
but I decided to go with Florida because I thought
This
of
is
the
actually no
football
joke.
Team.
Officially adopted April 2nd, 1925. The state of Oklahoma was originally adopted. Sorry. The state flag of Oklahoma was originally adopted on April 2nd, 1925. The flag has only been updated once since 1925 when the word Oklahoma was added. The flag was designed by Louis Funk Fluke.
Funk Fluke?
Yep.
Funk Fluke.
It was a fluke, and he was in a funk.
The Betsy Ross of Oklahoma.
Funk, who didn't you go? Wasn't there a Native American?
Fun
that
maker.
Was, Funk Maker, yeah. Fluke Funk Maker, I think was his last name.
I don't know. I don't want to go there.
The flag was designed by Louise Funk Fluke, the Betsy Ross of Oklahoma, who won a contest with the design. She had
Fun maker.
she had consulted with the head of the Oklahoma. Well, that's unfair. She consulted with.
She conferred.
She had consulted with the head of the Oklahoma Historical Society on Native American artifacts to include in the flag's design. The Oklahoma state flag honors more than 60 groups of Native Americans and their ancestors. Wow. The blue field comes from a flag carried by Choctaw soldiers during
Choctaw.
Choctaw. That's what. Yep. Okay. I think I said that. Soldiers during the Civil War. The center shield is the battle shield of the Osage warriors, or Osage.
Osage, yeah.
Osage.
Osage.
Okay, I'm
Drew is
warrior.
a Native American historian.
Yep.
So
Did you take
minor?
Did you take Native American studies? Nice.
A minor.
It is made of buffalo hide and decorated with eagle feathers. Two symbols of peace lie across the shield.
Oh.
One is a calumet or peace pipe.
You bet.
And the other is a, like I said, olive branch. Crosses on the shield are Native American signs for stars representing high ideals.
Nice.
And this is my works cited.
Wait, no.
Or
Her name
citation.
was Funk Fluke.
Yes.
Funk Fluke. Yep.
What was her first name?
Louise.
Louise Funk
Louis
Fluke.
Funk Fluke.
Was that her whole name or was that her
It was a
was
hyphenated. Yeah.
Was
It
it?
just says Louise. I think her middle name was Funk, and and the last name was Fluke. That's no fluke.
No.
Louise Funk.
What
no
is
fluke.
She really needed that flag.
What
she
is-
needed
yeah.
that because can you imagine the teasing
known
that
for,
probably if your name was Funk Fluke? That'd be tough.
What did you funk fluke this class again?
You're in a
No,
funk.
that's flunk, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well-
What nationality is Fluke? Was the last name?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I don't know. Maybe it's
I wonder what she played in the band.
the flute. Probably, yeah. I would think. That's good. I really appreciate that because our group, one of the things about our group and our group of viewers is we're lifetime learners. That's what we are. We're lifetime learners.
So how do we do? You got one?
Oh, you don't have to rub it in my face.
And guess what that concludes?
I got four.
Name that
Say
flag.
Yeah, now what we have to do real quick is on our way out. National holidays
As
today.
long as it's real quick.
Yep.
National holidays today is St. Patty's Day, St. Patrick's Day. It's the 17th of March when we're doing this.
Sure is.
Ides of March, isn't that what they also call it?
No idea.
I think that's, yep.
It's also World Sleep Day.
Oh, Dad could use some sleep with that
today.
cold he's got.
Get your sleep in today. And to go along with St. Patty's Day, it is also it's also National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day.
Of course it
Get
is.
your corned beef and cabbage.
And we're going to have Rubens here in the next couple
We
of days.
sure are. We got
because
some of
bought
that.
some.
We got some for
Which
us.
marries those two very, very nicely.
Very
Boil that
nicely.
cabbage down.
Yeah.
Turn that old cake around.
I was very thankful that I could be here today. I'm playing hurt.
Yep.
Got another cold.
It's Todd's flu game.
Yeah.
Your funk flu game.
Yeah. And it's always a pleasure to be with you and you. Don't forget the
Is that all you had?
10%.
I thought you had more than that. Sorry.
No, I've got a state
I
eventually.
know that, but I thought you had more.
No. More holidays.
He printed all that out on
It was
two
a big
pages.
holiday today. So.
I know it is. I just was.
You printed that all out on 2 pages.
Yep. I wanted to just give St. Patty's Day all the room it needed. Then World Sleep Day, because when you have all that corned beef and cabbage, it'll make you tired.
It sure is. We're having tacos tonight. Sorry. Go ahead.
Don't forget that you can get 10% down at the 1855 Coffee House in historic downtown Mazomanie. And you can visit the Iron Hop Tap House.
Yep.
And the Apothecary and a whole bunch of other places down there.
And we're doing our bracket stuff.
And we're doing our bracket stuff. And we'll be announcing winners next week.
When
or a couple
the
of
championship
weeks.
happens, probably.
Oh, that's in April, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Holding you hostage.
Yeah.
So anyway, glad you joined us for the 50th episode.
And obviously, after 50 is 51. So that'll come the next.
Don't forget to tell us what you want for our celebration of our first year.
Yeah. I think for sure we're going to be singing "It's a Celebration." Just
Okay.
I think we should
that.
do I think we should do a taste test of some sort for a celebration. What do you think
Well,
about
let's
that?
do yummy
treats.
treats or cookie crumble.
I say yummy treats because
Let's make sure we say it the right name.
We're gonna bring it all together.
Yep.
No, don't worry. I'm not gonna give anything away. We're gonna bring it all together because we've got the tournament, the NCAA tournament, which is huge. Our special guest is associated with that. That's all I'm gonna say. And our interview coming up. It's all just gonna come together on our 52nd, our 1 year anniversary. That's what I think is gonna happen. What do you guys think?
I think that's
I think we probably have the power to make that happen.
Okay, let's do it then. Let's,
just
do it. Let's
saying, we
make it
get to-
happen.
we get
You're
to-
the executive producer. Make it happen.
That I am. All right. We'll see you later. Did you like that video? Check out more from the original Father Son voiceover podcast right over here. Or subscribe to our channel right here.